Hello and welcome back to Vintage Farming. Right, as you can see, we have a lorry trailer full of muck. I did spend a bit of time. It did take a few buckets to get all the muck in, but for some reason the pile is still massive. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Every time that I would take a bit of muck, it would just instantly fill up again. Let me show you. Like that. And it's full again. That is mental. Also, I've just realized that there is a fill point here, and I spent all that time loading up the trailer. So I think the next time, that we do this, I will definitely do that. But the price for muck is actually very good at the moment. Now, this is something I remember discussing at the end of the last episode, because we want to get as much money in as we can. So we'll tag, where is it? Manure and compost sales. Ah, it's down here. Okay, perfect. We've been there before, so we can make our way there now. But yes, this is something I'd like to do because we do have a lot of different things that we can sell specifically. Sorry, mate, just hang on. Futuristic lorry. There are a few things we can sell, but muck is something that clearly we have in abundance. And we'd also have loads of straw, which means that we basically put the put the straw into the cows, or under the cows, and then they produce the manure. So we are going to go and sell a trailer load, and possibly another trailer load, and if we're feeling particularly, I don't know, rambunctious, we might even sell another trailer load if we have that much manure. The only reason I say that is because we've got enough slurry producing as well to take care of the fields and all that, and worst case we run out of organic fertilizer, we can always use a pellet fertilizer, solid fertilizer is what it's called. Right, we're going to make our way to that beacon of light just over there. You can't really see it in the clouds, but it is just yonder. I will see you there in a moment. And we have arrived. Oh, perfect. It's right in the front. Oh, yes, I remember now. It's the greenhouses that allow us to sell manure to them, which is really quite nice. So let's just get all lined up here. Get a nice third-person view of all the muck spilling out. Just clear that beacon. Oh, I really don't want to do it in the beacon. There we are. And we got the muck going out. And the money shall rise and rise and rise, and as it says in the time-saving stock check that there is 60,000 litres, but I loaded this up with 29,000 litres and there's still 60,000 litres, so I really think that we should sell all of the manure that we can. Now I know that we can't build anything in our new production area just yet. Look at that, nearly £16,000 literally from poop. Amazing. If we do that 3 more times, we'll have nearly just over 45,000 from poop alone, which will just obviously help to increase our funds. And as I was saying, we can't really put any productions down yet. Yeah, because I do really want to. We do have the money now, and we do have the items to be produced. But we just don't have the place for it yet. We do have to wait for the flax to be ready to harvest before we can, which is fine, absolutely fine. I knew that going in. So we'll head back to the farm. I will test out the loading of the manure with just the trigger instead of doing it all with the bucket, and then we can come back here and sell some more poop. Right, so I have added in what was in the bucket on the Massey there, because I just wanted to get it loaded in. And the trigger should be about here. I'm still having that issue with the... There we go. Look at that. So much easier. Oh, blimey. But look at that. The pile has not gone down. Oh, it's finally starting to go down a bit. That is something, let me tell you. Right. So, now that we have another 29,000 litres of manure in, let's see how much we have left. Oh. Well, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Well, nevertheless, we might as well keep the 6,000 litres that is there, but we'll go make another £15,800 again, just from poop. Mind-blowing. Right, we'll see you over there. And let's start unloading. Fantastic. So we'll let that do its thing. Get another 15,000 some pounds in, and that's it for manure. But that we took advantage of that really well, I think. The rye I'm going to hang on to. It's not that much. The flax fiber I'm absolutely going to hang on to. We did sell the flax and that which we could have used, the flax seeds rather, to use in the oil mill, but we needed that money to have money. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. This might even be the first production we purchase, is the, how much we get. Oh wow, it's going up, the price. Blimey, should have waited. No matter. But yes, the flax fiber can be turned into clothing, which is really cool. And, well, eventually fabric first and then clothing, but I think that's the path I'd like to take with it. Another one I'd like to do, we'll just look at the calendar here as well, is, well, hemp, really, because hemp we can also make clothes. Hemp fiber is a really nice, strong, natural material for clothing, so absolutely we should do that, especially if we have the spinnery that I'd like to purchase, which I did show at the end of the last episode, but I just want to confirm that it does show. No, that's the dairy. Where is it? Spinnery. Ah, yeah, there you go. So you got your, I don't know what the other ones are. There are pallets as well. We might have to make pallets. Or you can make hides or skins. Oh, also turn skins into leather. Oh, so with the cow. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Blimey, we've got so many things to look at. I mean, I don't even. One of those must be cotton, the first ones. Sorry if the icons are very small. I'm looking just down here, of course. We've got the hemp, which I'd like to do. But we also have our flax fiber, which we do have. We don't have skins. We don't have pallets. So we do need pallets for this. And one of these is cotton. This must be cotton here. I don't know what that is. Oh, wool, of course. Silly monkey. That's definitely wool. There was a pallet production, improvised dairy I'd like to do once we get milk from the cows, but there's another container sort of production, if I'm not mistaken. There we are. Empty pallets production. No idea how we're going to get all those other things, but at least it's an inexpensive way to get pallets. We might have to pay for these other items, but there must be a way. There must be a way. Tobacco factory. That's quite cool. Yeah, there's so many productions on this. Oh, maybe the general mill. No, you wouldn't produce that at general mill. Maybe that's just something we have to buy. The nails and things, all those different things. I keep looking at these productions, and every time I do, it's something completely different. Ah, so you need the slaughterhouse first, and then you can get the skins and all that. So we might look into that, but that's a 200. That's much too much. Much too much. Distillery, that would be quite cool as well, but again, £300,000. The hops brewery is not completely out of the question at 80,000. Princess Moo Dairy Factory is at 250. Blimey, it's huge. Grain mill. We could do firewood, but then we'd have to get into cutting down trees and all that, and that's a whole other thing. So, anyways, yes, we have many production options on this map, which is why I do think that this will be the vintage map for quite some time, which I am okay with, especially since we've barely scratched the surface of the map. Very quickly, before we head back to the farm, because December is over, so I can't see us doing anything. We might even progress on beyond the rest of winter into you know, spring even. But before we do, just want to get an idea of everything, right? I mean, we have a small little holding here with a few fields, which is really lovely. We will have our production area up here, but you know what? There are so many small wooded areas that I think it would be worth, like that one's perfect. We could do that, buy it, and yeah, it would be fantastic. This one here as well, it's quite expensive. I guess that is a very big space, isn't it? Yeah, there's no real... Well, oh, that's cool. There's a little bit of a woodland area up there. But anyways, you get the gist. We've got loads and loads of area that we can explore in this map, and loads of productions to explore as well. So, we'll head back to the farm, check over the animals, make sure everyone's happy and fed and all that before we move on. But most likely, we'll see you next time in January. Right, well, as you can see, we are still in December, but I'm very pleased that I stayed in December because we had literally no food in the animals, so we had to feed them pretty much everything. So we will do 1,000-litre buckets at a time for potatoes for the cows. One thing I'm a bit concerned about is that with the tipping of everything on the ground, that might cause issues for the spuds, and I hadn't thought about that. Because, for example, with the chaff, as you've seen in previous episodes, unless you're new to the series, but if you are, welcome. But yes, if you have seen the series before, you'll know that I've had issues on this map in particular with the items disappearing under the ground, essentially, especially when I tip on the ground. So around here, you can see some of it here. I always clean this up and add in what's missing into here before I cover it up, but now I'm seeing the same thing happen with some silage that I had just tucked to the side here to feed the cows with. So that's very, very frustrating, and now I'm a bit concerned that that's going to happen again with the potatoes. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's just a matter of time as we dig through this pile to see if there is going to be anything falling through the ground. I really hope not, but if it is the case and there is potato, it almost looks like it there. I might have to get some sort of crates or something, and I think I might have some on the save. I'll have a check in just a moment, but oh, where am I going? Blimey, I'm all distracted. I should get my I was going to say thick tires, but yes, my my wide 135 tires on, because these ones are a bit narrow, maybe for hauling all this potato. Now they're best at 7,000 litres of spuds in their trough, but I don't know if they'll have room for all that. They might do, but here, I'm just going to very quickly get these swapped over, and then I'll check the shop for whatever I need to check for crates, because it is very frustrating, actually. Right, let's go to my BKTs, wide as can be. Thank you, free. And they're brand new as well. Fantastic. Right, let's have a look in the shop. Nope, that's where we are. Here we go. So, Misk, I imagine. Maybe I never added them in. Oh, no, wait, they're in pallets here, I think. Yeah, so... Right, there's a full pallet, but we need empty ones. Aha! Here we can buy empty pallets. Speaking of pallet, I wasn't thinking of this, but this is what I was just on about before. So we don't have to purchase the pallet production mod. We can just buy the pallets, the empty pallets, which might be the best way about it. But yes, we can get cooking salt, powder, koji mold. I have no idea what that's for. Yeast, of course, and... Right, so we can't buy nails or anything, but at least we can buy the pallets. Cat food. Right, here we are. This is exactly what I was looking for. So we have these lattice boxes, and they are all 2,500. These are 5,000. This might be the best option, actually. Even if we just get one or two of these, because I can't remember how many potatoes are on the ground, but I think for the future of the potatoes, we might have to do this, unless of course I do place a greenhouse which will allow us to produce potatoes already in pallets, and actually that's the best option. Yeah, I think that's what will happen. If by chance that there are any potatoes that go missing underground here, which again I'm seeing them very well could be already. No, actually it looks alright. The texturing is taking all of the spuds, so yeah, normally you'd see it straight away. Anyways, I'm not going to load all this off, or on camera rather. I will do the rest of it off camera, but I just wanted to quickly cover that, discuss that before we moved on. Good morning and welcome to January. As you can see, we haven't had any snow all winter long. But, nevertheless, I believe the animals, yes, they are all hungry, and I think that might be the only thing that we really need to tend to. We can sell some silage as well, but we do actually need the silage, because the way that the cows are growing, they are eating a lot. This should be at 13,500. I can't remember what it was at at the end of the last month, but I think that's pretty much all of it that needs to be done in January, because yes, our fields obviously are all tended to, cared for and all that. They're fully fertilized, no weeds, nothing, and they're all growing beautifully. Of course, the clover here has been harvested, and in the winter it's not going to regrow, so that is fine. Everything else is a winter crop, winter growth, so that's really good. Animals are there. We could have a look in the sales and stuff. Oh man. That's very tempting. Oh, it's very tempting. But no, there's absolutely zero need for it. As cool as it would be, I mean, the only way is if the tractor was worth the same. No, it's not even worth close to that. So, yeah. And I'm not going to go and sell either of these. These will be with the series forever. I can't imagine selling them. This would be the only one I would sell, but it is our biggest tractor anyways, and we don't need more than 105 horsepower, but perhaps in the future, knowing that that's the price, it's not too bad. Anyways, one other thing that I wanted to look into as well is because I discussed earlier about potentially planting in some hemp, which would be absolutely brilliant. The only problem is there's no harvester for it. Now, I was looking through and trying to find anything, but if you look down here, none of these are work with hemp, which is extremely frustrating. And this is our combine, and again, also same thing. None of them work with hemp, so I thought maybe it's a corn header thing. But it's not. It's not at all. So I'm really not too certain about that. I might have to look into it. Perhaps I can mod something or edit a mod or something like that. Right, there is the tobacco, and I believe that's, I want to say lavender, but it might be alfalfa. Anyways, and then cotton, of course. So that one can do all of those, but come on, and not vintage, so we can't do that. Perhaps in here there's something. Right, these are all, this is quite all the unique Belarus kit and MTZ kit. But yeah, no, it's just the couple of harvesters. It's the rest are all tractors. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Even a little conventional baler there as well. Oh no, that's a sugar beet harvest. Oh, interesting. Right, that's something we can look to in the future. But yeah, that's not too certain about that. It wouldn't be anything like this. Yeah, nothing in misc as well. Might be able to hold hemp, but it can't. Yeah, it's very strange. But nevertheless, I think, yeah, I should probably put our kit away as well. Might do that in January. Oh, little snowman. Oh, right. I haven't put up a Christmas tree. Well, I suppose we're past Christmas, aren't we? But no, could still put one up. I don't know if I have any on this save, but I might have to check and then do that. It might be a February tree. We'll have to see. But yes, I'll get the animals tended to, and I'll try and clean up a bit of the kit here and there. It's a bit scattered in the old fields there. And once that's done, we can move along to February. Good morning and welcome to February. As you can see, we have our February tree up and ready to go. Of course, in real life it is still December, so we will keep it up till the end of that. And the snowman has remained as well. So now that we're in February, it's not, there's nothing really on, to be honest. The most we have to really do is just continue feeding the animals, make sure that they are fully fed, and while I do a few things, I will discuss a few things as well. So I have done a bit of testing here and there with the various mods, because there are so many mods on this, mods for productions I should say, on this particular map. It is incredible all the different things you can do, and I've shown many times all the different options that we have available. So I just have to check the cows here. Right, pretty much everything they need. For potatoes, yeah, they need at least 1 scoop. Right. Yes, there are many mods, including orchards, fruit trees, and all that as well, which is something I would like to look into as well. Like a nice big orchard would be pretty cool. And then we can do brandy and that, but we'd need sugar. There's just so many different levels of things that you need for each production. It's quite intense, to be honest, but I would like to look into these. One of the ones that I think is very possible to do would be one of the greenhouses. Now I have to look exactly what we can do with the greenhouses, for example, because I don't know that there's an awful lot that we can actually do with them other than just sell the vegetables in them. As for the fruit, of course, we can put that into an orchard. Well, it is in an orchard, but we can put it into a production like the brandy making, for example. I think that might be its only purpose aside from, again, just selling directly. But we do have this space out here. Now, I do need to see if I have the open air mod. Basically, it's a little greenhouse. It's very inexpensive, made £2,000. That we can grow potatoes in. I have to check if any of the modded ones allow for potatoes or not. Right, I'm just going to leave the bucket here because we don't need it for anything else. I think that's fine for potatoes. Yes, they're fine for potatoes, but they do need their power food. Well, no, they're good for power food, actually. They need more silage. Yeah, about double the amount of silage they have there. So let's go give them some silage. But yes, all the productions and that I will show you in just a moment, but I'm not 100% certain over all the things they need. For example, pallets. So empty pallets. There is a production for them, but I think the pallets are a bit finicky on this map, the empty pallets. You can produce them. You can also do productions without, which is probably what we might do, because I was, again, doing a bit of testing, and for some reason the empty pallets just sort of never appeared. I don't know, it's very, very strange. Like the pallets of pallets never really showed up. So it was a bit strange. Right, see, that's very frustrating. What's on the ground there is inaccessible, which is fine, I suppose, but yeah, I think I might be a bit cheeky then, and just load up this thing with silage. There you go, fill it up. That is enough to make up for what's spilt. It is a bit frustrating. I do need to stop dumping things on the ground, because there is the tipping under the ground. But yes, we will access our freshly fermented silage as well, and then once I do that, well, actually we've got quite a bit left to do, don't we? Yeah, a few loads at least. They are running low on straw. We do want to keep manure production up because all the greenhouses and that, they will definitely take manure. It's not a simple water and you're growing things. There are many other things involved, like fertilizer, lime for some of them. So it is quite intense. Right, I will quickly get the cows all fed up, and then I will... they are fed up of being fed, yeah, right. I'll get them all fed, and we can have a look at the orchard and a couple productions. Alright, so here we are in the greenhouse production menu, and this is one we have not looked at. We've looked at many of the factories, and there are many of them, but we have greenhouses as well. So there is a large, blimey, that is a large greenhouse, right? So it does produce, it says, pumpkins, carrots, tomatoes, apples, lettuce, hops, blimey, everything under the sun, except for potatoes. Are you serious? I'm not seeing spuds on that little list. Let's let it go back and see. Got lettuce, cabbage, red cabbage. Nope, no spuds. Well, that's frustrating. Anyways, we have an industrial one. That is massive as well. Then we have a small garden plot. These are all the same. As you can see, the icons are all the same. They produce the same things. They just produce it at different levels. For example, I know the text at the bottom right is very small, but I can read it for you. The garden plots have a slower production rate, but also cheaper to buy and manage. It will produce only from March to November. And because it is open air and not heated, the production will depend on the sun and temperature. It works with water, seeds, and then I can't read the rest because there's cut off. But that could be an option, right? Something like that. We could have a couple of them even here. I mean, this would be nice, but it just doesn't fit in our space. We also have this. So this is a big garden plot with the hoops. So essentially the same as the other one, just bigger. And then we also have a foil tunnel. So this one's also an option. The cheap greenhouse has a slow production rate than the bigger one. This production depends on the sun's intensity. So it will stop producing in January and February, and at nights it works with water, seeds, and bringing additional inputs will boost the production. Okay, that's what the other thing said. So there we go. That is an option as well, but again, no spuds. We also have red grapes orchard and white grapes orchard. So I don't know how much you actually have to do for the work in there. It does say they also need to be pruned. So possibly we would need, at the very least, a pruner, if not a harvester. Hopefully not a harvester. We also have the white grapes. Then we have a small greenhouse made of windows. So these are just, this is a different pack. And then another small garden. But again, no spuds. So that's a bit unfortunate. But I know there is one for certain. So now we'll move over to orchards. So we do have our regular things. Then we have Mediterranean trees orchard. So that would be almond trees, pistachios and all that. But again, wrong climate for it. But we do have the temperate fruit tree mouse. So basically individual trees, but we can have it all as one big orchard, and it is a very big production, as you can see. The yeah, it's very, very big. But we can also do individual trees. The only faff with this is that you have to do each one literally individually. You have to give it water individually, all the seed, manure, compost, whatever, all individually. So this could be a really neat way to get us started, but it could be a bit of a faff. But I think that could be something we could do, because then we could probably get like 10 of them, at least to start, and produce fruit. We've got many options. Quince? I don't know, I've never heard of that. Lemon as well as cherry. We've got apricot, apple. We've got some peach, pears and that, plums, cranberries, blueberries as well. So all the things. We also have actual vines too, and they are priced a little more vintagely, which is lovely. And we also have the olives, which we wouldn't do. But we also have the hops. So hops is an option as well. I haven't really tested any of these out, but I imagine they work very similar. Right. Oh wow, he's even got other things in here. Yeah, we wouldn't do any solar. That's not very vintage. I suppose they did have solar back in the day, but not quite. Right. So that is essentially. So the cows are all done, and the ducks are all done. So that's essentially what I'm considering. But again, I'm holding out on productions first. I have productions in mind that I've discussed. I'm not going to go venture out into something. Again, this is a long term sort of series. We'll be doing it for quite some time. Before we move on to March and see what's going on there, I don't think anything will be ready to harvest, but I have one other thing I wanted to show you as a potential future upgrade. Now we do have a lovely little farm setup all going in here. It's really nice. We've really established ourselves and our production area. But there is another farm on the map, and it is up here, right up in this corner here. So it is a cow farm, as you can see here. It's a nice little space. We do have some nice fields here as well. I'm just curious. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here, we'll go to the outside. It is quite lovely, and we already have the McHale silos in. That's already pre-built in, which is brilliant. I really like this yard, the way it's laid out as well. Nice big storage sheds as well. We've got nice big storage here. Right, we've got a bit there, here as well. Futuristic calendar with some Catwoman. And yeah, it's nice. It's a really nice setup. And it's a bit different part of the map as well. I do like having the forest right there. We've got some nice area here, so I'm really concerned. Oh my. Look at that. That's great. So, as you can see, of course, it is cows only. There are no ducks or chickens or whatever, which is fine. We could always add our own, because I run through the hedge. I do like this cow barn, but I don't like that they can't go outside. So we might need to have a grazing area or something. But also this nice big area here. So we could put another animal pen in. This is just an option, just something I'm showing that is part of the map that we could potentially upgrade to. But I do really like this this little farm, especially if we can build our own sheds and that in this area here, instead of putting whatever we put in here. So we could definitely do something. It's a bit slopey, but maybe on this end. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's move on to March. Good morning and welcome to a beautiful and sunny March morning. absolutely fantastic, even with our little Christmas tree still in view. The snowman's gone though, but that's alright. So, I imagine the animals will need all the food once again. Oh my, the slurry is just about full. Straw is out. Right, we'll get that sorted as well. Anything particularly good for selling? Nothing. And I reckon that there is probably nothing going on field-wise. Nope, everything is still growing. It's going to be very, very busy when we come time to harvest. So, what are we... Right, this is... Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at everything. So we've got our 2 fields of flax here. They are growing very nicely. And we've got our triticale here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So, and mustard seed. So when will those be ready to harvest? So triticale will be ready, as early as April. But I think we put it in late, so it might be May. And mustard seed is not till July. It's very similar to rapeseed, canola. So in the sense that it goes in August, September, comes out July, August. I think we did put it in the earliest month, in August. So should be able to harvest in July. Flax can be drilled now again as well, but we have no fields to drill in. We're just waiting for harvest, which could be July, August. So as early as April we can. It's just, yeah, we're kind of going through the months here now a bit quick. Because we do have, I've set it up where all of our crops were winter crops. They all went in the autumn, and they will come out in the spring, summer. So really not much on here for the rest of March either. So what we'll probably do is, we'll get the cows sorted again. I do have a bit of silage in here still. But yeah, this second half of the episode here has been a bit of management, if you will, planning. Always planning. And always changing plans as well, because you just never know what's going to happen. How desperate are they for everything? But we really should get them straw. Can I get them straw with the buck rake here? Let's try it. What do we need from here? They probably need some hay as well. How much hay do they need? Maybe just 1 bale. And what is this? Legume straw. Right. That is their power food, but they're good for power food. But we could top it up. Let's give them 1 each bales of those. See if we can even with this. I think we can. I believe that we can. Let's find out. Right. So yeah, if you have any advice or suggestions on what you think we should do or anything like that, production-wise, I know a few of you have already made your comments into... Oh, what's happened there? In terms of doing the homemade brandy, which I am very much so intending on doing. Oh, look at that, with ease as well. I don't think we'll be able to get out of here. No. Right, let's try this again. But yes, that is definitely on the cards. I'd like to look into that. We do also have to consider the fact that we have to produce sugar. But I'd like to see... Blimey, come on. I'd like to see... Oh, I've lost both of them now. I'd like to see as well if the open-air greenhouse, the one that I'm on about with the spuds, if it can produce sugar beet as well. Because as much as I do enjoy doing at least a big sugar beet harvest here and there, I really... don't know, it is quite an intensive job, especially for a vintage series, but it's still quite fun to do from time to time. So we shall see. Maybe if we do one really, really big one, then we'll have beets for days. I'm thinking for sugar, right? That would be the ultimate way to get some sugar, would be from sugar beet. Right. Here you are, you hungry, hungry heifers. Gets off. Now they should be fine-ish for now. We still need to put in more potatoes, and can I scoop potatoes with this? Surely I must be able to. I know it's maybe not as realistic, because we do have the bucket, but this is 700 litres more than the... Oh my. Sorry about that there, truck. Do have the bucket, but I'm just going to do it once just to test it out. No, it does not work. And that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So, we will get the animals all sorted out, and yeah, I suppose the next time we will be into April, but again, April might not be a very, I guess, busy month, if that makes sense. I don't think it's going to be very busy, to say the least. We're pretty much waiting till the first crop can be harvested, and once the flax is harvested, so I will absolutely, if possible, do the far flax field first, but I don't think I can do, because it was drilled later. But yeah, because that's where we put our productions. Oh, they're full already. Oh, right, okay, fine. Never mind, they are all done. Perfect, we can leave that there, and we can feed the chickens, and then we can, yeah, wrap things up. So yes, any suggestions at all as to what you think we should do for the future? Because really, it's just a waiting game right now, but we will definitely have some really nice productions in the future, because as I've said, and I would like to do one of those big greenhouses very quickly before we end the episode, because we are at the tail end here. This is close. Let's fly up, fly, run. Where is our thing? There we go. Oh, look at that. Flax is coming in absolutely beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. We could put a massive greenhouse here as well. Like, this doesn't just have to be for industrial productions. It can be for a massive greenhouse. Maybe not the industrial one, because that is quite... But something like this would be quite cool to put here as well, right? We have the space, and I don't intend on doing this as field. And this is a nice big thing that takes up a lot of space, but it's very inexpensive. So, yeah, it's all good. Well, we might as well leave our beautiful flax field in view here while we sign off. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the madness of this episode. It's a waiting game, as I've said. We're waiting for harvest, and it's coming very soon, because once we start the harvest, it's going to be very, very busy. We've got 4 different crops we need to harvest. We've got the mustard seed, we've got our triticale, we've got technically three flax fields, one very large one, and the clover as well, always does its thing. We'll cut it again, possibly in April. So, as always, again, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel. And please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.